Obviously, a bit of a rocky road so far in the UFC run. How would you kind of just describe your time in the UFC so far?
UFC's been fantastic, man. You know, I mean, I made that debut on 48 hours notice, and that was one of the most stressful, enjoyable trips I've had. Win, lose, or draw, that opened the door for me. Obviously, getting that second win was, you know, that was money in the bank. We don't need to talk about the last fight. Let's put that away. It's been enjoyable, man. I've known for a long time that I belonged here. This is where I know I was supposed to be at, and so I'm enjoying the ride, man.
Nice. Bitter about the last one? Is that obviously you don't even want to address that?
Yeah, I mean, of course, man. It was to me it was embarrassing. It really was. I didn't want to. It was one of those hard for me to face. It's nobody wants to go out that way. It's not how I planned the fight, but you know it's. And to quote the great Jason High, you got to have a short memory in this game, and that's what I did. I got back in the training room and worked my ass off and made changes in my life that needed to be. And I don't mean like in a cliche way. I don't mean in a like, oh, I'm changing camps or I'm training partners. I literally went to the institute, got tests run. They said, hey, you need to change this, and I really changed my entire schedule to where I could sleep more. I was stressed less. And it's really made a huge impact on what I'm doing these days.
That's awesome. I do wonder. I mean, like obviously quick losses, right? Like you said, nobody wants that. But I mean, it's almost better than like getting dominated for 15 minutes, right? You're like, because it's one of those things like, well, I got clipped, stuff happens, you know what I mean? Versus if you go out there and just get manhandled for 15 minutes, is it almost easier to take in some ways?
No, it's not easier to take. It still sucks. You know what I mean? Because for me, I know the performance I'm capable of doing. I know what type of fighter I am, and that's not me. But it also shows you can't make these mistakes at this level of the game. The UFC at this top level, you can't make minimal mistakes. It's a game of inches in this game, and unfortunately, I came out on the wrong side of that.
Fair enough. So these changes that you talk about, I mean, we're talking about like nutrition, or are we talking about like routines, or what is it?
Yeah. So we're talking about sleep. We're talking about mainly sleep and stress. So I was at the point I owned a gym in Overland Park, Kansas, and I was waking up at 4 a.m. every day. I'd run classes. I'd be just pretty much just run myself, you know, into the ground. I'd work from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. I go to training. I go back to work. I go to training. I go back to work, and I'd go to bed. I wasn't getting enough sleep. And the institute, we ran some tests, did all this stuff, and they're like, hey, man, you're pretty much the most stressed athlete we've ever recorded in the UFC history. Like, you got to change something. You're going to pretty much fucking die. I'm like, all right, well. So, you know, I sat down with Kraus and my team at Glory MMA Fitness, and we really just like, hey, you need to change something. So I hired people to run my classes. I have, you know what I mean, I'm sleeping in more. Added really like 2 to 3 hours a day more sleep, and that's just paid dividends. Like the last fight, my weight wasn't dropping at all. It wasn't below 190. My body was just it was not good. And I'm not blaming that on the loss. Simmelsberger caught me. That was, you know, homeboy deserves that 50K bonus on that one. But that's something I changed, and that's something that's definitely made a huge difference in this camp and my mentality and how I feel.
That's awesome. So obviously we'll see the results on Saturday, but are you already feeling it? Like, does it feel like a different person, I guess, this week?
For sure, absolutely. Weight's already way lower than it was. I'm 5 to 6 pounds like lighter than I was the last time we did this whole thing, which is, you know what I mean? Like those last 5 pounds are terrible. 3 to 4 pounds are huge. So I already feel way different. My confidence is definitely better. My training and the way I'm doing things in the gym and my mentality towards life is just it's way better. My wife definitely enjoys me sleeping more and not being a, excuse my language, but fucking asshole.
Fair enough. Well, no easy fights in the UFC, right? Talk about this matchup. I mean, a guy that's known to bring it, right?
Yeah, Barberena, he's tough, man. He is. He really is. He's durable. He's tough. But man, I think about the fight between like him and Vince, Luque. Fantastic fight of the night for sure. But Luque didn't he boxed him the whole time, and that's Barberena's game. Like eventually you're in this game, you're gonna get caught one way or the other. That's not my style. You know what I mean? Like I add wrestling into it. I add jiu-jitsu. I blend the game really well together, and I think that's something I'm going to bring to the table that Barberena is not going to be used to. It's going to be a tough fight. I'm not taking anything away from Barberena because that motherfucker's tough. But at the end of the night, I'm getting my hand raised no matter what.
Nice. So that last thing for me, I was going to ask. I mean, is the goal here? I mean, is it victory above all else, or is it like just go in there and perform, feel good? You know, so I guess you kind of utilize what you've learned.
That's a fantastic question. No, man, it's win no matter what. Like that, you know what I mean? That's like I'm going to perform. I know I'm going to feel good. I'm going to perform well. But I'm going to win this fight, and that's where my mentality is.
Jason.
What's up?
So you're opening up the main card on ESPN. Do you think they put you guys on there for a reason?
Yeah, I've said in multiple interviews, this fight has fight of the night potential written all over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you put us two together, like I'm throwing for the fucking fences anyways, and I know he does too, and he ain't going away. So I feel like this fight is written for the headline for this card, you know, to open that card up and really show the fans like, hey, this is what this card's all about.
You said with your sleep, I mean, were you going to sleep late and waking up early, or were you just not sleeping at all?
No, it was more just I go to bed at like 10 o'clock, wake up at 4. So I was getting like 6 hours. And let's say you're fucking tired from training. You don't get a good night's sleep and you only sleep 4 hours. Well, okay, now you go train twice a day, you do it all over again. It wasn't like a week or two. It was like I just kept running my body into the ground over and over again. And then, you know, eventually you show up fight week and your weight's shit and you don't feel good. And, you know, that's just the way it is. So, yeah, adding those extra hours of sleep in just made a massive difference.
Is your dog Thor out here with you?
Man, I miss that dude. I really do. He's not out here. Thank you for asking me about that. No, I miss that dude. I wish we could bring him out because, I mean, I'm stuck in a hotel the whole time. Might as well just hang out with my dog. No, but that was, we had a dog pass away a couple months ago. And this is right when I, like, fixed my whole sleep schedule. So I'm like, man, I want to get a puppy. But you don't want to get a puppy and be up every 2 and 3 hours just sitting there and be like, oh, man, I'm just ruining my sleep schedule back over again. But we got Thor 6 weeks ago. Dude's fun. He sleeps the whole night. Like 90% of the time, he might wake up like once every once in a while, but he sleeps all night. He's super intelligent. I love that little dude.
Is he chewing stuff up?
No, he's actually pretty good. Man, he's the most. I'm telling you, he's the most easiest dog The lady that we got him from a foster. My wife works at Subaru. They have adoptions, and and so I was like, okay, well, tell me about his demeanor. She's like, he's great. He's super chill. Like he's the most low maintenance dog you'll find. I'm like, how's he sleep? She's like, he slept from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. today. I'm like, okay, I'll have my wife get up. Don't worry about that one. And I'm like, first off, the most easiest dog you've ever had. I'm like, you're just trying to get me a dog. You're trying to sell me a dog. You're just bullshitting me. But no, he's super easy. Doesn't chew anything up. We give him toys. He's really the most intelligent. Potty trained the first couple of days we had him at the house. Barks to go out the door. Barks to come back in the door. Like he's just stupid smart. I love the little dude.
And finally, I think there's 4 or 5 vanilla gorillas.
They can all get it. This is my name. They can all get it.
I was gonna say, has anybody ever just like, what's up? That's my nickname.
Do what?
Has anybody just kind of like messaged you and like, that's my nickname?
No, they haven't. People ask me about it. Jason High, my buddy sitting over here, he's the one that gave me the nickname. People ask me about Chase Sherman because I think we're 2 of the most like known names, and I'm like, look, put me in that cage with him. I'll fight from that. If I lose, I don't give a shit. But I'm gonna whoop that ass. Like he's heavyweight. Like, you fucking get it too. It's my name. You ain't keeping it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Tell Chase Sherman I'm coming for him.